What's up, everybody? I'm celebrity makeup artist Tae Rene, and welcome to Beauty Talk with Tae, where we get glam and have a good glam time.
Where we get glam, quiet on the set. We get glam, where we get glam, have a good glam, and have a good glam time. Tae Rene, Tae Rene, where we get glam.
We love that sound.
Jesus. Where we get glam and have a good glam time.
On today's show, we have a very special guest. I'm wondering if you can guess who she is. I don't know who's over here with this stripper ponytail today. I mean, she is a Grammy Award-winning songwriter. She is an actress, and I don't know, she might be a little bit of a freak. Can you guess who it is? It's your girl, Kandi Burruss Tucker.
So we taking shots right out the rip. When you come up in here with your freakum dress and a pink wig on, and you gonna tell me I'm the freak and...
Okay, so...
Girl, you dressed for it.
Okay, stand up. Because, baby, you dressed for it, too. Go ahead, give us a little spin.
I'm relaxed.
All that.
You said I could come casual.
Baby.
I was coming to chit-chat it up with Tae Rene.
Okay, girl, because you giving in that jumpsuit.
This is just some,
It's cute, honey.
Well,
So you
thank
ready
you.
to have a good glam time or what?
I am definitely ready to have a good glam time.
Okay, so of course, as you guys know, we do a little bit of skin prep and get our foundation on. We did a little bit of base, and we're gonna do the rest on camera for you guys to see. And y'all get to have a peek in our glam session. So yeah, let's do this. You
Okay.
look cute though, you don't need too much today.
Oh,
You know,
thanks.
other days. Oh.
We won't talk about how you look before these cameras started earlier.
Okay, don't come over on my show and try to roast me.
You came for me. I just got turned around and turned into the BS.
Anyway.
Child.
Oh, got a little chip on the shoulder because we was running behind.
I know
Oh.
you didn't. You came for me first.
Oh, I'm ready for the smoke
You came
though.
for me.
That's fine. That's fine.
Don't start none, won't be none.
Oh my God, here you go, honey. Would you call yourself the queen of Get Back?
I don't think so. You think I'm the queen of Get Back?
Absolutely.
Why would you say that?
I mean, your comebacks ruin careers.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
I absolutely
that's
think that.
harsh. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's career. That's definitely not my
I
goal.
don't think nobody want no smoke with you if they want to have longevity in their career.
Well, I mean, what I will say to that is most of the people who ever got smoke from me gave the smoke first.
So you're not just out here initiating
Yeah,
a
like I
situation.
don't initiate drama. Like I'm a very laid back person. I'm very chill.
Yeah, because you dry as hell.
See y'all, see, she keep dry as your coochie.
Oh,
Let's
no.
not.
First of all, baby, this ain't dry out here, okay? Listen. And you always gotta take it to sex, honey. Miss
I'm
Bedroom
just
Candy.
saying, you came
See
for
what I'm
me.
saying? You can't even play with her because she is below the belt every single time.
I think the people come for me, and it's like I always say, you can't come from someone and then dictate how they respond.
No, I just think that you should match energy. You know what I'm saying? So if
Okay.
somebody come for you and they like, your hair was cute, but I mean, it's a little sketch today. You just kind of talk about something a little surface about them, but you'll be like,
they don't get to dictate
well,
how I reply.
You'll be
As
like,
how I felt by whatever you said is how I respond.
So you respond based on how you felt.
Whatever I'm feeling that day is how I'm gonna respond.
I don't know, Kandi, you a little tough. You a little tough.
Y'all say that, whatever.
I mean, you are though.
The good thing about me is I'm okay with that.
I don't know if that's a good thing, friend.
No, what I'm saying is like however you feel about me, I'm okay with it. I don't care.
You don't care. You're not a people pleaser.
No.
So you don't care about offending people.
Well, it's not my intentions to offend. So if say for instance, if I did something to offend someone and I really didn't mean to do it, and I will say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
You're really
make
not the
you feel
queen of
bad.
apologizing. You're really fronting on this show real quick.
That's not true.
Girl.
If I did something wrong to someone and I felt like I did something wrong, I will apologize.
You don't feel like you offended Drew by saying that she was in that whole entanglement with old girl?
See, now you started.
How I'm starting? We on Beauty Talk
You
today.
started that.
I'm just saying, you said you don't care about
First
offending
of
people.
all,
So, I mean.
I don't feel like I did anything to her. How
Okay.
about that?
Okay. Well, I mean, set the record straight then. You don't feel like you did anything?
I didn't do anything to her more than what
So
she
y'all
said.
cool right now then?
We haven't talked.
So y'all not cool?
I don't have any ill will towards her at all. Like,
if you see
I
her
wish her
out-
the best. I wish her the best in her career, everything she's doing. I'd be excited for her. Wish she got stuff going on. We just haven't talked.
Okay. But it's no negative energy, no negative vibes.
Nah, I mean, obviously when we did the reunion, I ain't like when she was sitting up there calling me a candy-coated liar. Isn't that what she said?
Is that what she said?
Yes, that's what she said. And I get very offended when people say that, try to call me a liar. Like, that's offensive to me. But other than that, like, it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like deep enough for me to really be like, she said that. Like.
So she's still in the group chat.
No, I mean, we haven't communicated, so there is no chat.
Okay.
We just haven't communicated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I believe before the reunion aired, I remember, our movie was airing the week prior.
Yes, and congratulations on that too.
Thank you. Well, you was a part of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got my little acting debut.
Yeah. So the movie had aired, and we were also on a strike. So I know I hit her separately to just say like, hey, I don't want you to get in trouble for posting about the movie, because although I understand we have drama right now, I still don't want anything negative to happen to you.
That was
for your
really
career.
sweet.
But then, she was like, yeah, and she was like, maybe we can talk at some point or whatever. And I told her, I said, how about we just table that until after the reunion? Because we already know we're going to say things offensive, or things are going to be said that's offensive during a reunion. You're going to get mad all over again, right?
Because your opinion is not going to change.
What, as far as?
As far as what she has an issue with you saying.
Well, both, yeah, mine ain't changing, hers ain't, probably ain't either, whatever. So anyway, I was like, let's talk after reunion. But then after that point, obviously there were a lot of things said, and things that were said on social media, whatever, they got upset about. I didn't like what was said to me. And then, she got I thought it was funny because, she posted like, well, maybe we can have a conversation, da-da-da-da-da. And everybody was like, oh, that's big of you, Drew. I'm like, we already said this in our personal deal. I already said it to you, but okay, whatever. I was just like, yeah, okay.
So you
cool.
just let her have that one.
Right. I mean, it wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we should have a conversation.
Yeah, speaking of the reunion, I thought we was cool.
Oh, me and you?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How you throw me under the damn bus?
First of all, nobody said your name.
Yes, you did, girl.
What did I say?
You said, because my makeup artist said that.
I said my makeup artist?
Yes.
Run that back.
We gonna have to run it back then. We
Did
gonna
I
have to run
say
it back.
my
I
makeup
will
artist?
pull it up for you.
Okay, well, what did I say you said?
Just basically how she and Ty met. That they met on set of the movie.
Okay, so to be clear, we all know they met on the set of the movie. I believe what I said was that she had told you that she had a girl crush on Ty or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But the same thing, she also told Mayetta, and Mayetta had said it on television. So it wasn't anything exclusive to you, Tae.
Well, I'm just saying, how you gonna put me in it? Dang, I'm just
we
minding
all
my
were.
makeup business.
We all were at the movie. My only thing is, for someone who is calling me a liar or whatever about anything, okay, at this point, I feel like I need to make all the steps very
Facts.
clear. All facts
So you
very
bringing
clear.
facts to support your statement, basically.
Just overall, yeah. I mean, that's what the reunion is, right?
That's what friends are for too. I don't mind. I'm just.
You did mine. You came the next day. Oh, they mad at me. Oh, they said this. Oh, her.
I was getting calls.
Yeah, from her assistant
Her team,
or something.
yeah, like it was.
And I didn't understand why he was so upset at me because I'm like, everybody on that stage said that he said that. That the news came back from him, apparently. So I didn't understand what he was so upset with me for. He's just mad because I said it clearly. I don't know why people be so mad at me for the same thing. Like somebody else could do the exact same thing, but they'd be way more upset with me for some reason.
I think you know why?
Why?
Because you're usually truthful about everything that you say. So people know when you say something, everybody gonna believe it.
Okay.
So that's why people be mad, like, damn, Kandi said it, it's over. Like, it's no, like,
well, I do take pride in being a person of my word and being honest. Now, what I am saying, I never said that he told it to me specifically. What I said was the word on
the curb.
Is that it came from her sister. Everybody else said the same thing. Now, mind you, me and the other girls on the other couch weren't even getting along. We weren't even communicating. So I didn't even know where they had heard the information had came from. You know what I'm saying? So.
But who said it first? Ralph? Wasn't Ralph the first one to say it? Ralph was the first one to say that her assistant was the one that was spreading the rumor about her and Tae. And then you confirmed, then Marlo confirmed, and then you confirmed.
You mean on the stage?
On the stage at the reunion.
Well, yeah, that's possible. I mean, yeah, but the other thing was we all had heard it from different people. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess Ralph was speaking from his own experience of, but yeah, I heard it from somebody else that the assistant said it. Right.
So, I mean, I don't have any issues with him. I actually love him as a person. I don't know anything about the, whole confirming or denying about their relationship or whatever, her and Tae. But, you know how that is to be thrown in the mix of something and then not know how to get yourself out of the mix, So I think that he was just mad at you probably because people believe what you say.
I'm like, was he mad at Marlo? Was he mad at Ralph?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't understand.
Yeah, but
I don't even know him, so like I said, him being mad at me is like, okay.
Yeah, because again, you don't care about whether or not people.
I was just saying, like,
you don't care. Let's put it on the
I just said what the word on the street was. So regardless how people feel, she is another Black woman doing her thing, and we all decided to come together to give her an opportunity to share her message to all of us. I felt that I caught more heat in my comments than everybody else. I didn't understand, people why
coming for you.
Was my, I always say my social family, my IG family, my Instagram family. Why y'all was coming so hard at me on my comments, but I was seeing some of the other people who are a part of the event, it didn't seem like they was getting as much heat as I was. Like, you would have thought that I put everything together myself.
I know, but you just everybody's homegirl in our head. You know what I'm saying? So we if ain't nobody in this circle gonna keep it real, we always expect Kandi to keep it real. We always expect Kandi to keep it 1,000 because you are known to be the most authentic, most, transparent person on your cast of housewives, in your group. Well,
thank you. I appreciate that. And with that being said, I do consider myself to be transparent, honest, and real, but I just have to take the heat.
Yeah. Take the heat. I mean, you're going to catch the heat, but people going to love you again. You never God forbid, I'm just saying, you never get canceled. People support you in everything.
I don't speak that in my life. Give me some wood to knock on. Lord, please don't. The canceling is real, boy. People be really canceling people.
Canceling is real.
Yeah. And my mouth is crazy sometimes.
That's why
I be a little afraid to say. Y'all even be trying to tell me, Kandi, don't say that.
We do. We do. Even this interview was hard because, I'm like, what the hell can I ask this girl? You talk about everything. you're pretty much an open book all the time, like on every platform, every interview,
Okay.
on the Housewives. I'm like, damn, what am I talking to her about?
I mean,
What's
here to talk about whatever you want to talk about, Tae.
Okay, well, we gonna talk about some stuff, honey. You just keep on getting glam, honey. We gonna have a good glam time.
Oh, Lord.
No, but I just thought that was interesting, though.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was like, golly. I mean, the longer the post was up, you know, some more positive people started coming in.
They start trickling in.
But at first,
It was the trolls.
it was the heat. It was the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, going back to the movie, congratulations on that. Like, how are you and Ty feeling? Did y'all do anything special to celebrate?
So I couldn't publicly promote our movie. We couldn't do, what we would have loved to have done with you guys was at least like do like a screening. Mm-hmm. We couldn't do that. Normally we do promotions
Y'all
for
do it
our
big,
stuff.
yeah.
And I don't know if people noticed, but I didn't really post a lot on my main page. I didn't at all about the movie itself. But what I will say is, I really do appreciate all of the people who support us that was posting and sharing. I just felt like it was amazing to see that type of support at a time that I couldn't even root for myself. Like, I couldn't even push, what my husband and I were doing. Now, the other part of that is I was super excited for Ty more than me.
Ty did that.
He killed it.
Yeah.
Now, Ty wrote the movie. He did have a co-writer. Meaning, like, okay, Ty came up with all the concept. He came up with the storyline. And he hires a writer to help him, like, really map out the dialogue. So that's how he comes up with his scripts or whatever. So, and they go back and forth about what the dialogue should be, and you know how it goes.
Yeah. I think it was amazing.
Yeah, so all of that, the twists and the turns, that came from Todd. So I was really excited for him because, like, movies is something we've talked about doing forever, but we finally did it for real.
Yes, and it was on Peacock, and that's absolutely major because that's where Bel Air aired.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of big name shows.
Yeah.
How did it perform?
Well, we're not allowed to tell their... but let's
okay.
just say we were, like, at the top.
Okay.
We killed.
Okay. Well,
We did very well.
We know you don't lose at a lot of things. You're super competitive.
I am super competitive, but I am not gonna lie, I wasn't sure how that process works. So here's the thing, guys. I know a lot of people like look at me now anyway and say, "Oh, Kandi knows how to do so much," but really, I'm a professional on-the-job trainer. Meaning I have to train and learn everything. Meaning I did not go to school for this, right? I didn't go to college. I graduated from high school, but I'm very intelligent and I'm resourceful and I can figure some things out, right? So with that being said, Todd, obviously he had the experience of production, so he knows how to hire crews, he knows how to do all that stuff. I know how to, get talent, so help with casting and do all of that. We are good about scheduling stuff and making it happen fast, right?
Yes,
and we don't mind investing in ourselves. But once we had this great product, we was like, okay, what do we do now?
Right.
Like now we got to figure out, it's like, who do we talk to at these networks or at these streaming services, right?
Yes.
Because we've done a lot of reality television, but we haven't done a lot of scripted. So it was like, okay, now, we were talking to our agent about it, but Ty, if you ain't moving fast enough for what he wants, then he's like, forget it. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. We got to do it. So I'm like, okay, let me reach out. So I'm reaching out to people at networks. And once I can get somebody on the phone, right? But then I'm like, okay, well, what am I supposed to say?
Oh, my God.
What I'm supposed to ask
for? Are you serious?
What?
We would never think that you would be in a position like that.
I'm like everybody else. I think that's why people kind of typically relate to me because really, I'm just like y'all. I'm figuring it out. And every step I move up, I'm figuring that step out. Then I move up, I figure that step out. And it's to you guys, y'all just be like, oh, it came together. It's like great. But it's like the steps that it took to get it to come together, I'm figuring it out. I'm calling people that I know that have done it before. Some of them give information. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like everybody, like you think like we all cool or whatever, but I mean, Todd and I, we've done so many reels for shows that we've had, or we've done like the year before, remember we have a scripted show we worked on. Y'all have never seen it. We did a whole episode, remember?
Oh, yes, of that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna tell them that because we still gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Shot a whole episode for it, but we sent it to a couple of our friends who are big time producers or whatever. Didn't even hit us back to say what you think, you know what I mean?
They didn't hit y'all back at all?
No.
Oh, wow. I wonder what that's about.
No, it's not. They got their own lives that they trying to figure out. And that's why I always say, you know what? I don't get offended by nothing. You don't hit me back about it, it's cool.
I don't believe that.
What? Then they'll hit me months later talking about their stuff.
Oh, what you gonna pick up the phone?
I still pick up the phone. Oh, it was great. That's awesome. I love what you're doing. Da, 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 da.
I don't know, because you're a Taurus.
No, see, the thing about it is, because I know I, too, have probably been moving fast on my stuff, and maybe somebody called me and asked me something. Maybe I didn't take the time to respond to them as quick. You know what I mean? So when it happens to me, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. I know how it feels, though. You know what I mean? That you trying to figure your stuff out, so I'll be like, okay, you know what? It's fine. We will figure this out.
Yeah.
And that we did.
Okay, and y'all
You know
did,
what I'm
and they did amazing. But
we ended up getting a couple offers.
Oh, good.
Real offers. You know what I'm saying? People
Amazing.
can say, oh, yeah, I would work with you. All right. But I'm talking about real.
Money on the table.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
But we decided to go with the Peacock situation.
Which is awesome. I think that was dope.
Yeah.
But how much does life really imitate art, though? Because everybody was asking if the pass was about y'all relationship. You ever gave Ty the pass?
It definitely wasn't about our relationship.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Okay, because...
I would never get tired of pass.
You wouldn't?
Not at this point in my life, no.
Oh, but you would have before?
No, I'm saying maybe later on when we be together 20 years and tied.
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean, see, I think people get very confused. And okay, so Ty and I, obviously, we are very open about, we keep it spicy. Yeah, we've had, threesomes or whatever.
Spicy.
But that's totally different than a pass. A pass is me telling you, you can go off and do your own thing without me, and I ain't even around nowhere. Y'all can just do your thing.
See, for me,
No.
I would absolutely do that before I did a threesome.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I would just be
I don't feel that way.
it's the complete opposite for you.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, that's like you giving them time to have a long time to,
I mean, you can set a little time limit,
I mean, I guess maybe if it was like they were on a trip somewhere and they'll never see that person again, maybe. I don't know, but like typically in my brain, the way it will be is that it's somebody that they have met somewhere and they can link up with that person and then maybe they start like,
But that can happen inviting people into your bedroom too. So
Well, I've heard people say that. It has not happened.
There are people
to me
who
yet.
ran off with people's man after
I've seen that. Well, I've not seen it happen, but I've heard of that happening.
Yes.
It has not happened
The
to
women
me.
too now. The women have ran off too with other women.
Oh, yeah.
After a threesome.
I've heard of that.
Yes.
Yes, but
So it's kind of
it
just
has yet to happen to me.
Well, thank the Lord, that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No.
But why is it that everybody thinks that anything related to sex has to come back to you? Because every time you post something or anything with your friends, people be like, oh, I wonder which one of them girls Kandi sleeping with. I mean, you did my birthday post, and we did like a hot, steamy little dungeon promo. And girl, the comments was like, oh yeah, Kandi always get them women.
Oh my gosh. But you yourself told me that people, what did you say that people think of me? You said they think that I'm just picking up bitches everywhere
Yeah,
I turn around.
They do.
That is not the case, y'all.
I mean,
That is not the case.
You might not say that on camera.
I would be very honest to say.
So you're not just
I
out
don't
here-
care. I don't care.
So-
Like, at this point in my life, I have nobody to hide anything from.
So when the last time you had a threesome?
Last week?
Whoa! Sheesh! I wasn't ready. Oh, you still get active.
Now then.
Oh, okay. Was it a holiday or is this just every other Tuesday? Like, how'd that go?
It's not like a planned or scheduled.
It's
or
just
nothing.
like, let's just do a threesome today. The weather's nice.
What? See, I mean, I've told you this before. I don't necessarily I don't go after anybody. Typically, people come to me.
Oh my God, here you go acting like that.
I'm
dude.
not.
You acting like that, God, and everybody. Hey,
I'm not trying to be like that.
I'm saying,
oh my God. I don't want to come off like that, but typically, like, I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to push up on nobody. I'm not trying to make anybody do anything they don't want to do, right? Typically, people come around me on some, so what you doing later? And when they start getting to be too friendly, trying to know where I'm going after, whatever, then typically I know, like, oh, okay, I know where this is going. You get
So you
what
can
I'm saying?
always pick up.
Yeah.
Have you ever misread a situation and you thought somebody was trying to get with you and Todd and you was like, I think she wants it. And then she was like, oh, yeah, no. So you usually be right.
But it's not like it's happened that many times. And then mind you, like, typically if you link up with anybody that, y'all have fun together, they understand the situation and they are respectful of your relationship. Because like you said, as far as this whole running off with, people gotta respect, okay, y'all married, yes, y'all.
How do you know? Now that's dangerous. Like I was saying, like how do you know that this person's not gonna be texting
Anyway,
him?
they gonna call you up and be like, so, what y'all doing this weekend?
Oh, so they gonna say what y'all doing. They not gonna just hit his line
Oh yeah, nobody.
and be like, what you doing?
No.
Oh, that's a little, whew, I couldn't play that game. I couldn't play that game with y'all. I'd be scared.
Girl.
Somebody gonna be up here trying to take my man, honey. I'm gonna have to be out here fighting somebody.
Oh my gosh. You sensitive though, Tae. I
I
don't
am
suggest it for you.
sensitive. You don't recommend? Oh, but can you set the record straight? People want to know if we had sex before.
No.
We haven't.
No.
No, we had sex at one time.
You always wanted to have sex with me, really?
First of all, that is not true, honey. That's not true, honey.
Tae is really curious, y'all, but she's also very married, and I'm very respectful of her life. But she's
I am not
very
curious, you guys.
Girl, she's
I'm
curious.
too old to be curious. I am very old in my
And
age.
she politically correct. She would never admit that to y'all anyway.
That's not true.
That is very true.
It is true.
Anyway.
I ain't even gonna.
But no, to answer your question, I have never hooked up with Tae, ever. Nothing.
Not me, but what about the rest of your friends? Because people always wonder if you
Oh,
hooked
I
up
don't
with
fuck.
somebody. You got a nice looking group of girlfriends.
No, I don't. I got some friends that are really dope, but no, I don't hook up
You
with
never slept with none of your friends.
No, no. I mean, I've had somebody that was cool with me that we hooked up with, but like, you mean like my real friends
Your
that
friend
I'm
group.
with a lot? No.
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 Okay. Well, a lot of people wanted to know, honey. But they just
And to be clear, and I always say this, like, I'm never gonna answer any question about a person or what they do. Like, I tell you what I do, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's very unfair to tell you someone else's business. So I really try to stay away from those type of questions of, have you hooked up with that person, that person? Because, like, if I say no to you and no to this friend and no to that friend, but then you run up on a person I might have, then that would be kind of like putting them out there. So I typically don't even say, like, answer them type of questions about any people or person or whatever.
So you're not outing people who just kind of secretly do this thing on the side.
Right, because a lot of people aren't comfortable to, let people know that they have those type of interests.
What makes you so comfortable? Did you have like a whole coming out moment?
Oh, coming out moment.
I'm just saying, like, what was that phase? 'Cause were you always this open?
Well, amongst my friends, yes.
Okay.
Like, I always used to talk shit and make jokes about, like, my friends and I, we used to have this movie club, but we would always go out to eat and talk about all the people that we had hooked up with or dated
That's
or whatever,
normal.
whatever. So we did it every Friday. We would have these conversations. So I was always the friend that would be very open to talk about sex or whatever, right? So I wasn't necessarily secretive with any of my close friends, but I think there was a moment where somebody said something to my mama.
Oh, Lord, not Mama Joyce.
Yeah. And although we didn't have like no real deep conversation about it, at that point I was just like,
So
and my mama already know that I'm like, who cares? Like at that point I don't care what anybody else thinks. She the only personal opinion that I cared about at the time.
Right.
You know? And then like, you know, I feel like as far as like when people ask me about like, well, how do you feel about what Riley or, you know, Kayla, because they're older, you know, the little ones, they don't really know what you got going on because they don't know what's going on. But like, I feel like that time on the TV show, I was never secretive with my child. We always had great communication.
You talking about Riley?
Yeah, but when that whole situation happened on the TV show about the scandal with, I don't even want to name their names, but you know, the whole dungeon fiasco or whatever. That was actually going to be on television. So I had the conversation with Kayla and Riley about what was going to be said on the TV show because I didn't want them to be, you know, hearing about it from their friends or caught off guard about it.
Right.
But they didn't really trip like that. They was like, oh, they crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they didn't really trip. And I think it's because this day and age, a lot of what's going on social media, things that everybody's so open to people being themselves and sex positivity, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common for people to be
so it's not like
fluid.
Yeah, like
Is that the word?
Yeah. So I mean, well, some people are fluid. Some people, everybody got different labels, whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess at that point, you know, that was the only time I had to have a conversation with my child about something that was going to be said about me sexually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you okay with having that conversation, talking to your mama, and then talking to your child, like,
Then you don't care about what nobody else got to say.
yeah, like, what do I care about what y'all think about if I do something in the bedroom or not?
Right.
As long as it's not illegal.
As long as it's not illegal, honey, because we don't play them games.
Yeah, I don't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a quick question for you, Tae.
Oh my God. Is this?
Well, no, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Well, because you said whatever people were saying in your on your page or whatever. So I did have to ask you, how does that make you feel weird that by association people question your sexuality?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make me feel weird. You mean because I'm friends with you people, everybody think I'm bi?
Or that they think that I'm,
That you
knocking you down.
Y'all having fun with me at night.
Apparently, according to your comments.
It doesn't make me feel any kind of way. Like, you're my friend. So even if you were, I mean, you could be wild, crazy. You could be out here streaking. I mean, it don't even
Where's
matter.
streaking?
It's running up and down the street naked.
Oh, no.
You know, but if you're my friend, it's like saying,
Yeah.
I see the comments. I see what people be saying. And I'm just like, that's cool.
No, because I always wondered, like, do any of my friends, because I do know that people always be trying to figure out who that I could have met. Everybody always be trying to figure it out.
Like,
right?
you want to know what your type is.
So what is my type?
People want to know, like, what kind of girl.
Is that a real question?
What kind of girl you and Todd pick? Which y'all like, strippers from Magic City or Cheetah? Like, you know, like,
No.
people be trying to, so when you get in a circle of girls, they be like, I think it's that one. I think it's that one. She gotta have natural hair. You like Lori Harvey vibes or Carisha?
I don't know. It's more like, just kind of like, you got to check the vibes when you meet them. You know what I'm saying? It just as a natural, like, I like natural body girls.
Girl, I'm done. I am
What do
done.
you mean?
Okay, natural body meaning they never had a surgery.
Not to say that they never had a surgery, but meaning like that it's not like as soon as you look at them, you be like, oh, they done had a lot of surgery.
BBL. Yeah.
Right.
Like clockable.
So even if say for instance, we go to the strip club together and we had to pick out girls, like I like the girls that are more kind of like
Natural.
natural looking.
Would you consider yourself natural looking?
What you mean?
I'm saying, you
always
and hips and body.
Obviously I done had lipo a couple times. And fake boobs. I've had a tummy tuck. But what I mean is like a lot of butt
Is your
shots.
butt real? Your booty real?
Yes, it is. A lot of people don't think so. The reason, and I already done told you this before, I did have a lipo they curve your back in here.
Okay.
So
They give you more of an arch.
it gives you more of an
Why
arch.
you over here roasting? You know what? I didn't appreciate that comment you made before we came out here.
What?
Talking about I ain't got no booty. I'm thick.
Well, you lost weight. You definitely
I did.
thick.
I lost a lot of weight.
You lost weight, and so it's like your booty it's still there,
But it's a little
disappearing
It's
a
a
little
little
bit.
cheek. You know, it's a little cheek back there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
gotta- you gotta-
I need to do the arch
you-
thing that you did.
Yeah. Now, if they would give you that little arch, then it probably look like
be
you
out
had
here.
your butt done.
Okay. So
But
that's what I need to ask for when I go to the surgeon. Just ask for the arch.
they should know what you're talking about. Now I think that was so long ago when I did.
How long ago?
Oh my gosh. The first time I had lipo, it was going into the second season, I believe, of my second season of Housewives. So it would have been the third season. So right, it would have been like third season. And when I did it, nobody even noticed it.
You think nobody noticed it?
No, nobody noticed it. It wasn't until I started gaining weight that people was like, oh, she went and got her body done. Because what happens is, if you get lipo where they curve your waist in a little more and, give you the little dip.
Give me the dip.
As you're gaining weight, you don't really gain in this area. You gain everywhere else. And, I got naturally thick legs or whatever. So, as your hips and your butt and everything else is gaining and you staying smaller here, it's more noticeable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I was only like 135 pounds when because I had a little pooch. Remember
I
that?
got that, yeah.
And I wanted them to get rid of the pooch. And when I was there, he was like, yeah, and I could curve you in a little bit here and give you a little bit more curve right there.
So he took the pooch out.
It still is not enough, though. I still wanted more gone. I was like, hell, you did more curve here and there.
Yeah.
It was all the way in the game, though, because,
You look good. You look
thank you.
amazing, honestly. And I was just going to ask you, too, because we all want to talk about body positivity. And like you were saying, you like a natural-looking woman. With me, I wrote a book about postpartum depression. A lot of my postpartum depression had to do with the way my body looked. And basically feeling like I could not fix that. For people out there struggling with accepting their bodies, what do you have any advice for them? Because you're one that is pro-surgery. Should people keep their bodies and love them for what they are? Or do you recommend women get surgery?
Well, okay. So this is how I feel. Like, I used to be that girl that used to be like, oh, I'm never going to get my boobs done. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. But after I finally, a whole decade later, because I didn't get like implants until after Ace turned 1. He turned 1 year old. And I got a tummy tuck and I got me some boobs. After I did it, I was like, damn, I should have got me some boobs a long time ago. I done missed my whole 20s and my early 30s.
Yeah, like
with
I
them
should've
little
been did
bitty
this.
boobs I had back then. Like,
Honestly, yeah.
I should have looked them up.
Sooner.
Right, so that's why I feel like if you ever even thought about it or were curious about it and you get a licensed professional, people, I'm not telling you what to do.
Please get a licensed professional.
Then I would say do whatever you feel is necessary to make you feel good about yourself. Because, like, I know some people who went through postpartum, and I think after, like, say, for instance, after I had Ace, I remember, because Todd still wanted to go to the club and hang out, and I'm sitting up here waking up with the baby, and I'm like, I remember one day I felt like real kind of sad and depressed, like I wanted to cry or whatever. And I just said, suck that shit up. I would go and do my makeup just so I would feel better.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like when you look good, you feel good,
That
as
is
they
so
say.
true.
And it would just be like, okay, reminding myself that I'm a bad bitch. Now I'm not gonna be sitting over here saying, "Whoa, it's me," and feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to suck it up, fix it up.
Put your makeup on, get your hair done.
Now, and then our friend Jody, she is a pro.
She's super pro surgery.
So,
Jody is Kandi's hairstylist, everybody.
yeah, we know. I'm also pro, and I've never had this, but like weight loss surgeries and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because I've seen people who were depressed, who didn't want to take pictures, didn't want to do this.
That was me.
And then after they lost the weight or whatever and was able to maintain it, then all of a sudden they got this new confidence or whatever. And so I'm like, yeah, I do feel like for some people it's necessary. Now, you was able to, write your book and do it yourself,
Let me tell
but
you, it was so hard, though.
Everybody's not that strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all look at my old pictures, y'all can see from back in the day, I always had abs.
You still got abs. We took a picture the other day.
Yeah, but they're a little fluffy now.
I mean, but they are there.
They're a little fluffy. But anyway, I used to work out a lot when I was younger, right? But if you gain weight, then it ain't as, you just got too much pinch here, you know what I mean? But you gain your thighs and your butt, right? But if you lose weight, then now I don't have as much, thighs and hips and butt as I normally do. The legs, hips, and body.
It's not bodying.
Right. So it's hard to get it both there at the same time. So what I will say is, even though, like I said, the first time that I did the lipo, I was not really technically that big. I was like 135-ish. But when he curved that waistline in, because I still had, you can see the abs a little bit. He curved that waist in a little, got that pooch down a little bit. I didn't have to get it because, normally I used to feel like I would have to lose weight down to 115 to feel like I was in shape. But after he took that little punch here, there, and there, and I was like, I still got my legs and my butt. Oh.
It was giving.
It was giving.
What it needed to give, friend. Yeah.
It was giving.
It still is, too.
Well, now I done got big, child.
Girl, go ahead on. She look great.
I'm 159 now, and I'll just be depressed because I can't get back to
Girl.
No, I
purchase my book and actually follow what is in the book.
And here's the other thing. And this is the other thing that I would say as we talk about surgery. I do think there's a point when you can go too far with surgery. Okay. So what I mean by that is, like I said, second year into Housewives, that was my first time doing lipo, right? Then when I did the tummy tuck, he tummy tucked me, but they still give you like a slight lipo when they do that, right? So that was twice, right? But now, mind you, my legs are thick still at that point. All this is where it needs to be. But since then, I've gained more weight. I feel like when you keep going back to get lipo after you've had it twice, that's when you start seeing people get the big back and they waist still be looking small, but everything else be looking like...
looking like a quarterback.
Yeah. So that's why I don't want to do lipo anymore, because then I'm like, okay, at that point, then I might have to be like, well, then my arm's going to be everything, it ain't going to be balanced.
But do you think that Hollywood requires it now? Like, your body has to be a certain way to succeed in Hollywood.
Me, Hollywood is more about slim. Like Atlanta in the South is more about legs, hips, and body.
Yes, it is.
But now, if you notice, now people ain't really doing just lipo, and they ain't doing really BBLs no more. They're doing Ozempic. They
Yes,
trying.
and
They trying to lose down to high school weight.
yes, and I'm down to my
It's-
high school weight. I ain't gonna hold you up. I definitely got to my high school
Oh,
weight.
girl.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. I had to
girl.
show up for myself.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, so I think there are trends that happen, right? So that's why I always say don't go too far in no trend.
That's
You
a
know
good,
what I mean?
That's a good tip.
Don't go too far in no trend because it's like,
Change.
whereas big boobs and big butts and all of that is popular today, now it's starting to fade. Now you're seeing more of that model size where girls don't want their boobs too big. Now we all getting breast reductions. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like don't go too far in any trend.
Yeah, don't go too far with it. Yeah, I agree. But I definitely feel like you have this whole line, Bedroom Kandi, where it's really about people with embracing their bodies of all sizes and types. Like I see you have plus size lingerie, you have, something for a little bit of everybody. So like how did the Bedroom Kandi thing come about?
Oh, that came about so long ago. We were doing candy coated nights online. That was just me and my friends talking shit, talking about sex and relationships.
As you
online.
always do.
Yeah, but we started doing it as a live podcast back, once again, I think my first year on Housewives. Okay? I don't even know what year I started, y'all. I know that sounds crazy, but it's been 14 seasons for me, so at least 14 years ago.
You are the longest running housewife on all franchises. That's kind of crazy.
I thought it was just going to be something fun to do for a year. And
So you didn't see yourself being on the Housewives again? Like, how did that even come about, you being on Housewives?
I was minding my business, doing my behind-the-scenes stuff, writing songs, chilling. And Tiny hit me up because she had an idea to do a talk show. And she wanted it to be, it was her, this girl named Joy, who used to be in a relationship with Life Jennings, and Toya.
Toya, right?
Toya Wright. Or Toya Johnson, no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, so the three of them were starting to put together the show idea, and Tiny asked me to come to be a part of it. So once we started working on that, we had started talking to a producer and talking to a network about it. And then they started talking about it possibly being a reality show. Now, mind you, this is a long time ago when reality wasn't even that popular. But I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I was just kind of going with the flow. But the producer ultimately decided that he only wanted to do work with just Tiny and Toya.
Oh, and he just booted you?
Yeah.
I know he looking at himself today like...
Oh, no, he has reached out to me since then. It was like, that's the biggest mistake he's ever made in his whole career. Yeah.
Wow.
But neither here nor there. Like, right before I found out they no longer wanted me to be a part of the show, Derek J, who is also my friend, he was like, Kandi, they looking for women to be on that show, The Housewives. He was like, so I'm going to tell them to call you because they need somebody with their own money. I said, huh? I was like, I had watched the first season and I thought it was a funny show. I thought it was good, but I didn't see myself hanging out with them women.
Right, because it's Housewives, right? They were
I was single at the time. Well, I was dating, but I wasn't like, I ain't see myself doing that. So I was just like, dude, I'm already doing something because I thought I was going to be doing a thing with Tiny. So he was like, well, I'm going to tell him to call you anyway. That's what he said. Literally, I got booted from that show within a week. And then the following week, out of the blue, the Housewives people called me and was like, hey, can we meet you? And I was like, okay. But I still didn't think...
So you got on there and basically they loved you and kept calling you back for 14 seasons. That's how it went.
Technically, yeah. Basically.
So then imagine, right? You got kicked off that show, that pilot, that they were considering you for with, Tiny and Toya or whatever. What if you
Something
didn't?
Something better came along.
But could you envision your life, like, if you could look back on your life, if you didn't do Housewives, what would that have looked like for you? What would your life have looked like?
I've just been writing more songs, working with more artists, you know, I would have done a lot.
You would have kept it moving.
I would have kept it moving. I mean,
And do you
obviously
feel like
it would
you
have
would've
changed
still-
the trajectory a lot because, I mean, this is where I met my husband.
Right.
So that's why I would
so
never
many blessings have happened
change.
from this show.
Yeah, I would never have changed this experience because I've gotten so much more out of it than just money.
Wow, that's amazing.
More than money could ever buy.
So you was already that girl before the show anyway. So
I mean, I like to think so.
I mean, go ahead. You can toot your own horn a little bit.
No,
Kandi,
because
you
you
be
know
so
what?
humble all the
You know,
time. I think that's good though.
No, what I say is, it's like, you know how people sometimes try to downplay your accomplishments or downplay your success,
I'm
right?
that person. That
Right.
person is me. Yeah.
Yeah, people do that all the time, or they be like, "Oh, they wouldn't be checking for you if you went on house." Okay, well, I had a whole career before I got there, and a lot of accolades before I got there, and then they be like, "Oh, well, the only reason why you became, you know, who you are is because your group got a deal when you was in high school." Well, I was Miss 10th grade. So I was
You was
popular
Miss 10th
before.
grade, honey. You was
I
Miss
was
10th
popular
grade.
before that.
You was popular in high school,
I was
honey.
popular in high school. I was just saying.
Set the record straight, honey. Tell the people.
I'm just saying, like,
people.
you know, I'm just joking with you. Well, no, I really was Miss 10th grade, but
You just saying you been that girl.
to a certain extent, I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's like,
It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with celebrating your wins, and I do feel like you are super humble. I feel like you humble, but you do carry like that confidence. Like, you know, when you walk into a room, you know what you have to offer. You know your value. There's nothing wrong with that.
well, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's lit. I mean, girls like me grew up and we definitely admired you. I still admire you today. And
Thank
for
you,
all the
friend.
things that you've done for us, like paving the way, being open, just, you know, I just think that you are definitely a catalyst in your industries because you're multiple. But
Thanks.
yeah, we appreciate you. And you always keep it real, so
Well, thank you.
I love that about you.
Even though you
That's
tried to
one of the-
hate on me when I first sat down.
Girl, I was not trying to hate on you. And we could definitely start with the fact that I didn't like you when I first met
Oh
you.
yeah, y'all. She didn't like me.
I didn't because you're rude. And
She said I'm rude. First of all, I know you. Okay.
so basically people you don't know, you rude with.
And I'm the worst person to be around if you're sensitive. Like, I'm the worst because I'm very blunt. I'm very just straightforward. So it'd be so hard for me sometimes when she get in her sensitive mode. I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
Girl, you too hard. You too hard on the kids sometimes. You're a little, like, we be talking about Mama Joyce, but you are a little bit worse than her.
Hey,
Sometimes.
I get it from my mama.
You absolutely do. But we know that you're really competitive and you've done all these things in life. And I have one question that I want to ask you. What have you ever lost at? Because you win at absolutely just about everything, it appears, to everyone that you win.
I've lost a lot.
Like what? Like, everybody sees Kandi being blessed. Kandi's on the rise. She got the plays, then it's the movie, then it's the Tony nomination. Then, I mean, it's always levels. You're always evolving, always growing.
Okay.
So what is one thing that you've not succeeded at?
My husband and I, we got multiple reels and different things that we've done for shows that we pitched that they just don't even pay attention to. But obviously, after you accomplish something, then everybody be like, oh, I want to see what you had going. I'm like, we've been trying to tell you about these things.
Oh my gosh.
You know, but I mean, you know, I done been through so much. I feel like I've always had to prove myself in every area before I've, you know, been able to accomplish what I need to accomplish. You know, so that's kind of broad. So, like, say, for instance, even with the restaurants, right? You know, we've had, obviously, a successful restaurant with Old Lady Gang, but every time, like, it seems like it's so hard to keep the staff together. Like, when you get a good flow or whatever, if something bad happens, everybody want to tear you down. But as soon as you get it back right,
Everybody back.
everybody's just like, oh, it just goes right for you. No, it's like we have to work at this. We have to constantly be trying to find people to, you know, help us get it going and do what we need to do. I mean, the first time me and Ty produced the play, which was Mother's Love,
Oh yeah, I remember
it
that.
did good here in Atlanta, but then when we tried to tour it, it got shut down because the promoter didn't promote it enough or properly, and it didn't sell the tickets that it needed to. So I was devastated. I had to basically, obviously all those people that thought that they was gonna make all this money doing the show, they lost that opportunity, and they're looking at us like we did something wrong. You get what I'm saying?
That's a hard one.
I mean, years ago when I had dropped the Candy Coated album, I remember I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go on this tour to promote my album, whatever. And the manager at the time was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the label to invest in, this. So I was fronting a lot of the money out of my pocket. And then a few weeks in, find out that he did not get the approval from the label. So I was like out of almost $200,000.
Whoa.
At a time I wasn't ready to be out of it, okay?
Wow, that's a big loss.
Yeah, but
200,000?
ain't no crying about it. It's like I allowed myself to cry one day. It was right around Christmas too. That's what sucks. I cried about it one day, and then I was like, fuck that, we getting this money back.
And what did you do to get the money back?
I started booking all these dates, and me and Don Juan put our heads together and started coming up with all these different, more jobs to make the money back. And we made it back within a few months.
Wow.
Couple months. Well, like really a month and a half. But my point is, everything does not always work, but it's how you recover. Because once I recover, nobody even remembers the fallout, right? Nobody recognizes when things didn't work. They only look at the times that it did. It'd be like, oh my God, you doing everything. But it's like, yeah, but okay, so say for instance, now I'm on my third Broadway production, right? Okay, our first Broadway production, Thoughts of a Colored Man, which was really an amazing piece of work, but it ended up getting shut down because of, everything that happened with COVID or whatever. We didn't tour or anything. And I'm so disappointed about the whole situation and how it, went down. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a piece of work that deserved to really be seen over and over and over again. It didn't survive.
But you just take those losses.
We just went right back at it and did another production and ended up getting Tony nominated on the second one.
And I like how you just threw that in. Like, we lost at that, but yeah, we got back in and we got a Tony nomination.
Well, I mean, my point is, like, I really felt like the first one should have been recognized. You know what I mean? But that's my heart. That's what I feel. And that's how I felt it was a loss. But at the same time, I think a lot of people let a loss take them out.
I mean, I'm telling you.
A loss breaks them down. A loss makes them feel like, oh, woe is me. I can't do it. Da, 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 da. No, a loss should just be your motivation to regroup and come back even faster and harder and just not remake the same mistakes.
Just learn from them lessons.
Learn from them lessons, come back harder, because really nobody is going to remember. Like now, like people always forget, like realistically, a lot of times I'm the underdog in the situation, right?
No.
Like,
in what situation?
Okay.
Were you ever an underdog?
Okay. In my group, right?
In your group.
I love my group. My group is dope, right? But, people, like even to this day, people always be talking about Kandi can't sing, Kandi can't do this, Kandi da da da.
They do be saying that.
They do be saying that. But we got multiple songs that I'm singing on that are hit records.
I mean, I think you have a great voice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But my point is, it's like, okay, if you say your favorite voice in the group, you know what I mean? You may not have necessarily been talking about me, right?
That's true.
But when you keep going back and be like, okay, but I'm still gonna write these songs. I'm still gonna be able to drop this record to do this.
That's big
I'm still
energy right there.
No, but what I'm saying is, just because you may not have been, maybe because you were the underdog in a situation, don't mean you can't end up coming out on top in the end. I mean,
ooh, that's big.
Real Housewives. When I first started on Housewives, you wouldn't have thought that I would be the only one that's still going from season 2.
Yeah, season 2, it was a lot of people on there.
They was amazing talents as far as like what you want to watch on TV.
Right.
But like, who would have thought I would be the longest running housewife for any franchise?
So what is it that you do to like make these things happen? Like, since you are the underdog and you end up on top, like what?
I always
Is
tell
it-
people in any situation, in any given situation, you may not think, you may not be, you know, if say for instance, like I said, I graduated from high school and somebody else graduated from Ivy League college or whatever, they may think they're smarter than me. You may think you smarter than me. You may think you look better than me. Your body more banging than mine. You may think you're more talented than me. You may think that you got a better resume than me. But I'm going to outwork you every time.
Ooh.
I just am. Because people don't have the dedication that I got.
Ooh.
Like, I'm dedicated to everything I'm a part of. I go hard for it.
That is so big. Wow. Wow.
I'm just,
So that's the key.
because I'm dedicated to, I invest in my stuff. And I never come in any situation with any ego. Everybody, no. Think about this. Come on. Like, realistically, I never came on the show and been like, I'm the one, I'm the biggest, I was doing it. Did I come on Housewives with that?
You didn't.
No, other people may say it,
Yeah.
but I never say that. Because I just want the whole show to be success.
Okay.
Oh, I know, she good TV. We all gonna do this again. Like, cause I don't care. I just like, you know, teaming up with people and being part of successful situations.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big. I think that's really important because sometimes, you know how you get hated on because you're like the most successful in the room or the most successful in your friend group or, you know, whatever the case may be. I just find like it's so much competition amongst Black women today. It's just starting to get disgusting.
Yeah, like,
You know?
I don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
It don't matter what field I'm in, even music. Yeah, I may have written a lot of songs, but you write those songs, let's collaborate. Come
So
on,
you like
let's go.
collaborating with people?
I
You
do.
All about whatever it takes
I
for the
do.
bigger vision.
I do. It may be a new artist that I come in there to work with, but you're the one I'm catering to you. It doesn't matter what my resume is or what I've already been able to. You're the artist I work with, I'm catering to you.
That's lit.
Anytime I have an event or if I'm having all my friends around, you don't never know. I'm always catering to everybody. You good? You straight?
You do.
What you need?
That is absolutely true. That
No,
is one
because
thing
I
can
want
say.
everybody to feel like we winning, like everybody feel good. I want everybody to be happy in anything that I'm a part of.
That's the beautiful thing. And maybe that's why you blessed, friend, because that's your energy. So when it comes to music, are you still writing? Do you still sing? Are you like...
Well, I did drop a song recently, and that's because Todd was like, you need to just stop sitting on all these songs you got in your hard drive and just start dropping them. So I did, and I have been writing lately because, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to what I love, and that's being creative, musically coming up with ideas. I decided to develop a girl group.
Wow, that's big.
Because I feel like it's time for girl groups to come back.
I know, but even after all the drama with you and your group, you still want to come out with a group. That's actually pretty admirable.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a lot of drama with me and my group, but I just feel like, you know, I miss that era.
The era of music.
Yeah, where there was so many groups doing their thing, and so that's why I really wanted to do it.
Well, how did that come about, though? You just woke up one day and was like, I think I want to start a girl group.
No, actually, my boy Brandon, he's a songwriter, vocal producer. He's a very talented artist. He's somebody that I work with from time to time. He was doing like a cypher thing that he was posting because he wanted to he's doing like these R&B ciphers instead of rap ciphers.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So he had these three young ladies singing on one of them, and because they had it's a performing arts program that him and his mom owns, and they were supposed to be performing. So I was like, oh, they dope. And Nick Cannon had hit me. It was
I
like,
how
hey.
you just lived that. Nick Cannon had hit me. Like, that's just a normal call.
Well,
I mean, but you Kandi Burruss, so I mean, yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah, so he was saying he's doing this television show with artists that, you know, like who's the next superstar type of thing. And he was like, I would love for us to do a project together, somebody that we could develop and put out on the show. Dope. And so I was like, what do you think about these girls? They could be dope. And he was like, yes. I was like, okay.
And how's it going?
I think It's been interesting, meaning the girls are extremely talented. But, you know, you still have your moments of things that happen at typical group situations. But yeah, we, you know.
What kind of group is it? Is it like R&B or what kind of group do they?
R&B, you know, urban.
Urban music. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just wish we could go back to the old R&B, girl.
Really?
So I do. Like, I miss that era of music. Like, how do you feel about the music culture today?
All I do is listen to R&B playlists on
Like
different
new
streaming
or
services.
old?
They're new.
Oh, really?
Because I feel like it's important for me to stay current. And that's another thing. For me, because I've been in the industry for so long, I feel like some of my peers, meaning people that have been out before, whatever, they get stuck in this, oh, I used to be hot, or I used to have all this, or I used to have these hits, and their ear is not current to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because it's a lot of artists that, you know, try to come back out and like the people just don't support.
Right.
Because some of it does sound
Dated.
a little dated.
Right.
You know.
So I just kind of feel like, especially seeing as though I'm a person I can be in front of or behind the scenes, I don't care. So when you're being behind the scenes and you working with other artists, you gotta stay current. You gotta listen to what's going on and what's popping and what's hot right now. So I always listen to more like of the current music playlist. I don't listen to a lot of old R&B. I have to be in the mood to, even though I love that era, I like to know what's going on now.
So how do you feel about rock artists coming out with albums like 20 years later, but when an R&B artist or a black urban artist comes out with an album, the people don't support?
It makes me sad because in our community, we always be trying to make somebody feel like, oh, they too old to be doing that. Like you hear all the time, rappers, oh, he too old to be rapping. Or you'll hear, you know, like if somebody that's like an R&B artist drops a record now, it ain't making no noise. That's why I really don't want to do another Escape album. And I told my group members that too. Because I feel like with our legacy, we never had a flop album.
Wow.
We had 3 platinum albums. All of our singles during the 90s were platinum and gold or whatever. And I just feel like, why drop an album now just to say we did one when people ain't gonna support it the same? When we do these concerts, people be wanting to hear the songs that they know from back in the day. They ain't really.
That is true.
You know, like think about how many artists be dropping albums and nobody buys it.
That is so crazy. But what do you think it is, though? Do you think it's because of, like, streaming now? That people are not, you know...
They will stream your old stuff. But they just don't be doing the new. I don't know what it is. And it's like you said, with rock groups, they can drop an album and it will go platinum.
Yeah.
And brand new music. And everybody be here for it. But with black artists... it's for some reason we just don't get that same love.
That's so crazy. You just came out with a song, though.
I did. But for me, it's like, I don't feel any way about reinventing myself. And it's like, it's no headache. It's like, I'm a songwriter. I got a whole bunch of songs that's just stacked up.
Yeah.
I can drop a song.
Right.
Todd tells me I should drop a song every quarter.
You got that many songs?
Yes.
Wow.
I got lots of songs.
Why wouldn't you try to get them placed or on some of the new...
I don't know.
You lost your, that whole thing is just turning you off, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, for a while, I stopped doing my own music because, you get tired of people saying, oh, she can't sing, and then you be like, it started having you second guess your damn self.
But then you won the Masked Singer. And people still talking about
yeah, I won the Masked Singer, which is hilarious to me because it's like, when you didn't know it was me, you was fine.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. When people didn't know it was you, they loved your voice. That's crazy.
When you did not know it was me, you was like, so is it more so, you hating just to hate? Because when I really think about it, like say for instance, if I was hoarse on a performance or whatever, I notice people like to repost that. But if it was something I killed it on.
Like when you hit them high notes.
Yeah, you don't want to play that. And then you want to run around and talk about it. I say, okay, cool. But if our songs play, like whether if Don't Think I'm Not play, if people be jamming to it, be like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that was you. Or if, you know, Just Kicking It is playing, or if My Little Secret is playing, you know what I mean? Feels so good. It's like all these songs that I done sang on. And it's other, even rap songs that I done been on that people don't even be realizing was me.
Like what? What rap song were you?
You know, like the girl voice on You and That on with E40 and T-Pain. That's
I like
me.
that song.
And people that's from the South, you know the song with Fuck With This Pimpin' with Big Bang Black.
Yeah, we know that.
But you know, nowadays it's not even just about how talented you are. It's about marketing, promotion, and social media. So that's what we really gotta make sure all of that is.
So are you gonna follow that trend? Since you know that that's like not as relevant, you're gonna really focus on those other things as well?
I mean, you gotta focus on all of it. You can't just focus on one thing. You have to focus on all of it. So yeah. I don't really think I want to go the independent route with them. Like at first we was thinking like, oh yeah, we could drop a song, blah, 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 blah. But I really feel like I want a machine to be behind them.
Are they still doing that? I didn't even know record labels were still signing people.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. But every now and then, if you have a really talented artist, sometimes you can get somebody on board.
What's the girl group's name?
Siren.
If you had a piece of advice to give Siren, based on all of your experience with your girl group Escape and the mistakes that y'all have made, what advice would you give them?
Keep outsiders out of your ear. Like, people always get into people's ears as the group becomes successful, right? So whether it's family, boyfriends, friends or whatever, you always gonna have somebody in that one person ear telling them, oh, everybody hip to you, they ain't even checking for that, It's always that. Or, you know, always want to pull the group apart by saying, oh, you should do solo, you should have, like, come on, let them continue to build this and then do their thing. So yeah, keep them outside people out your ear.
Yeah, do you think that, I'm sorry, but do you think that social media changes confidence in the confidence in artists these days?
Oh, for sure. It definitely did it to me.
Yeah. So how are you gonna kind of like protect their confidence? You
can't hide anybody from social media.
Yeah.
Social media will have their way with whoever they want to have their way with.
I mean, clearly.
You just
have they swear I'm your girlfriend.
You cute one, bring that up. You want to be my girlfriend?
No, girl. I am a married woman, honey. I am a married woman. But
she bring it up, don't she?
I'm just saying that social media, they be coming for me. They be coming for me. They be coming for you.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I purposely did not post one picture that we have that looked kind of
my leg was all up on you?
Yeah, I was like, let me not post this because then they really going to be trying to say
Yeah, they definitely still said it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all good.
I mean, because I am so open, I feel like everybody around me catches it. So it's like a gift and a curse to be an open book.
Yeah, but you gotta have thick skin to be in your friend group. And I'm having thicker skin being in your friend group because people do come for you. They say things that may be untrue. And, you know, I'm not used to dealing with that. I'm just like, well, I was just minding my makeup business. What is going on right now?
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, it's cool. You know, we homies in real life.
Yes.
So it's all good. People can say what they want to say. But, yeah, you looking cute, girl. Where you getting ready to go?
Rehearsal.
Oh, you going to rehearsal?
Yeah, my group said we got a show this weekend. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got a show. Okay. So how many people in the group now?
3.
3. Are y'all going to give y'all's group a new name since it's just 3 of y'all, or y'all going to keep y'all name?
We're just going to keep it the same.
Keep it the same.
We did reach out to her and her team.
Wow.
About it at first. To be like, you know, how do you feel? Do you have an issue with us, you know, using the name? And they said, go ahead and go forward. So we did. I think for a second she might have like been like, well, wait a minute, hold up. Because she did reach out to us and we were like, no, remember we asked you.
Oh, she reached out to you guys after. And by her, we're talking about Latasha.
Yeah, she reached out. This was a while back and was just like, are y'all going to change it? Because when Kandi wasn't here, we changed it, da-da-da-da. And we were like, well, you're a team and you said it was okay. So after that, she was like, all right, whatever.
A lot of girl groups, you know, it's more like a sisterhood. Like, is there ever a point where the memories and like that family element becomes bigger than the bullshit?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No. The reason why I say that is because with us, it's a constant bullshit. Like, we've obviously, we done broke up before, got back together, broke up before, got back together. You know what I mean? Right now, see, before I thought our issues, I don't know, we have 2 sisters in our group.
That already has to be hard, yeah.
So right now, I feel like they got to deal with their stuff first before it even becomes a conversation for the rest of us. Because that's kind of hard for them to be dealing with that, and you know what I mean? So I think it's bigger than the group. You know what I mean? And so I think once they deal with some of those things, then more of a conversation about healing amongst the group would matter. Because it don't matter if y'all ain't fixed that part.
I like how you said healing amongst the group, because I really think that's what needs to take place. I really just think that there is healing that needs to happen, and I really feel like once that's done, that everything will be smooth sailing for y'all. But, honey, I still be listening to the music, honey. I love Escape.
Well, thank you.
I love Escape, and honestly, y'all ain't missed no beat. Y'all ain't missed no beat on the road, on the tour.
You.
I mean, the shows are still incredible.
Thank you.
I mean, like, yeah, y'all still be giving the crowd what they came for. So
That's all we can do.
welcome to Behind the Beauty with your girl, Tae Rene. This is a look that you may have seen on some of my celebrity clients. It's a new year, and it's time to learn how to do your own makeup like a pro. Step into a new era of beauty mastery with Behind the Beauty, a groundbreaking digital makeup class curated to transform your routine. Save time and money by embracing self-sufficiency under the guidance of a professional makeup artist. I'm teaching you all of my personal tips and tricks that have graced the faces of your favorite celebs and have been featured in Allure, Vogue, and Forbes magazine. From skin prep to lash application, immerse yourself in this exclusive journey. And we want it to be a little dry so it can be sticky enough for the lash to stay. Unlocking secrets that I've discovered in my 13 years of experience. In this class, you'll learn what products to use and how to use them. Now you're gonna take a little bit of product with your concealer brush. Whether you're a beginner or professional, this is the class for you. We just wanna see it blend into the other shade. So meet me behind the beauty to elevate your glam game and unleash the new you. See you there. Our natural glam look. But thank you for being my first guest on Beauty Time. I'm so excited. You look amazing.
Oh,
per
thank
usual. You know, you always look good because I'm doing, getting you together.
Oh,
Whatever.
well, thank you.
Yes, but now it's time to play a little game.
Oh, we got a game?
It's a quick game. It's called Conceal or Reveal.
Oh, God.
just
I
choose
ain't revealed enough already.
I mean, we might want you to reveal a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
sheesh.
In exchange,
Okay.
I'll reveal more too. I mean,
You gonna reveal something?
Sure. Why
She's
not?
not gonna reveal nothing to you.
Why would
Not with
you
these
say-
cameras up, she ain't.
Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, you do know a lot about me. You know
Okay.
all my business.
Go
so-
ahead, girl.
Okay, cool. Let's get the game. Y'all.
No, I'm picking it.
Gonna open the box. All right, so you just shuffle from these
scared.
questions up here. I know you ain't scared. You ain't never scared. Go ahead. I'll shuffle around. Oh, you that confident.
Oh,
Go
you
ahead and pick the
said-
first one you see there.
I mean,
Now, if you don't want to answer the question, there are consequences.
what?
I mean, you might have to take a shot.
Girl, I don't drink.
You on Beauty Talk with Tae, that's the game. Okay, so here's the question. I'm gonna let you say it. Ooh,
Oh, Lord. What? That's why your nipples is out again.
are they? Oh my goodness, we're gonna have some good ratings. Okay, go to your last DM and call the messenger. And let me see the rest of your DMs too. While you
Oh, Jamie is my last message.
so you gotta call Jamie.
Okay.
Now you know Jamie. Oh Lord, Jamie is Kandi's everything.
Hey, Jamie. I'm playing this game with Tay called Conceal or Reveal. And the question was I had to call the last person that sent me a DM.
And let them ask you a question.
And you get to ask me a question.
Do you want to go back to Housewives
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, okay.
The question was, does she want to go back to Housewives?
Ooh. Okay.
Conceal or reveal?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I would say yeah.
Okay, we'll have you back.
I mean, and this might be kind of stupid, but I just kind of felt like 14 seasons felt like I really would want it to either be at least 15, you know, like 5 sets of 5 because I love the number 5, or Sweet 16.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, we got one more question.
Up your top, honey.
Oh my goodness,
The
I'm just
nipples
all
want to be
exposed.
seen. What is this?
Oh, this is not bad.
What is it?
What's the ultimate deal breaker with you in friendship?
Talking trash about me to other people without even letting me know we had an issue. Mm-hmm. And then like throwing subliminals on social media and stuff. I don't even know what's going on. I'm clueless.
So that's a no.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
Got it. Okay. Well, I hope I ain't got nothing out here I'd have said, but if I do, then, you know, it'll come back and give me an opportunity to explain, though, because, you know, I'm a good person. I don't be meaning no harm. But, yes, thank you so much for coming on to the show. You look fabulous. It's time for us to take a little selfie or something. You know?
Oh, okay. Let's
A little selfie.